Good morning, Scott Cullen, Editor-in-Chief of the Cannata Report here. It's Friday morning. That means it's time for Fridays with Frank. And before I bring Frank out this morning, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and send Frank questions. He loves to respond. And Frank, it's great to see you this morning. This is the day after our gala. How are you feeling? And what's on your mind today?
Well, obviously, I'm filled with what we experienced last night, and so thrilled. Mariano Rivera Foundation is a great charity, and it's the first time we've ever been involved with a charity that the givers can derive a benefit from what the charity is using. And you might say, "Whoa, what is that?" Well, with the help of Larry Weiss, Atlantic Tomorrow's office, Lou Villa, his head of service for production print, they came up with the idea for Mariano for his young people's program, which he's had for years. He started this foundation 3 years after he joined the Yankees. And the whole idea for him was to help young people who were disadvantaged, didn't have the means to get an education. So we started out in New Rochelle, where he lives. I believe he still lives there, and setting up scholarships for them to go to college. But yet, what he was concerned with, the ones that were most disadvantaged and coming from poorer families and having other challenges to deal with, they were not prone to go to college. So he wanted to help them some way complete an education that could give them a job. And as he told me, he tried trade schools and didn't find them very, very productive. After they got out of trade school, they didn't get jobs. And he liked the idea of what Lou and Larry proposed to him, to get these young boys certified, get them fiery certified, so they can actually do actual prep work on machines before they go out. Now, most dealerships generally have to pull a tech from the field to prep the machine to go out. But by hiring a young person like this who's certified and able to handle and has taught other things about the machine technology, get the machine ready for delivery. It's a big saver. Now, every company needs help with service techs. I like to use the phrase that visiting a dealer's service area is like walking into a geriatric day camp. There is nobody, no youth in there at all. Now, me at my age saying geriatric day camp, look, I'm a writer. I'm not a tech fixing machines. I can write till I'm 100. God willing, I still have a functioning brain. But this is different. It's not meant to be disparaging in any way. God bless those people that are still doing it at an advanced years, and the dealerships would be lost without their leadership. And that goes without saying. But the reality is you've got to get young people in the business. So Mariano bought into this, and 5 students who are graduated from the EFI Fiery program in January 2021, 2 years ago. And it was a big ceremony, and Mariano was there, and it was very exciting. And the boys have since gone on to work for dealerships. Now, at the time, these were only young men from Gainesville, because that's where the primary area was for the Mariano Rivera Foundation. There is now one in Carlstead, New Jersey. And the hope is to build others across the country. So that's the charity. And I want to make one thing clear while we're talking about the charity. We've been doing this since 1986. That was our first, call it, awards breakfast. It was at the NAMI show in New Orleans. I had about 80 people. They were invited because they were potential recipients and there were dealers who were subscribers of ours. It was twofold. I wanted to say thank you to the subscribers because thanks to NAMDA, I got a good start in subscriptions. And we had the dealers there, and I had conducted my first survey in 1985. So I felt I should have dealers give out the awards. And when I suggested that, they said, my God, you want me to a manufacturer? I remember Joe Castriani from Sharp. Joe said, you want me to go to a breakfast meeting where one of my competitors is going to get an award and you want me to clap? I said, no, Joe, I don't want you. You could sit there quietly and not say a word. But they got into the spirit because the dealers loved making it a roast and everybody had a lot of fun. So fast forward to our 14th annual dealer survey in New York City in 1998. We added a charitable component. Now, we were doing this at the Marriott Marquis in New York. Like in the days of the NAMDA show, we bore the expenses. We were saying thank you to our clients and subscribers. And generally, we would have, at that time, somewhere between 120 and 150 people. Now, you do an event like that in the Marriott Marquis, it is not inexpensive. I'm not throwing any bouquets, but I insisted we continue to do that. But now we're going to add this charitable component. And what I asked the attendees to do was to bring a donation in the name of the charity, a check not given to us. And every event since, we have asked, our event is not a proceeds event. 100% of the money we receive from dealers and from manufacturers, and we do receive a significant amount from dealers, is significant. And this year, we reached 3.2 million.